Hey guys, welcome back to Infinite Disc Reviews. Today we're going to be doing the Dynamic Discs Enforcer, another overstable driver for you guys. It is a speed 12, glide 4, turn 0.5, fade 4, 169 grams. I really like this disc. It's amazing.
Let's just go ahead and show you the videos. I mean, it really did fly good.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it here in a little bit because it was. Check them out.
The dimensions of the Dynamic Discs Enforcer is a diameter of 21.1 centimeters, a height of 1.8 centimeters, rim depth 1.1 centimeters, and a rim width of 2.2 centimeters. There's one thing I can say about this disc is that it is very, very overstable. It's probably the most overstable disc reviewed. As you can see right here, I just put a ton of anhyzer on it and it still came back no problem. So it is very overstable, so prepare yourself. As you can see in a lot of these clips here, me and Dan kind of threw it high into the air. Even when doing that, it still got out there a good ways though. It still found its way out there 300, 350 feet, no problem, even when throwing it as high as we were. And even putting like a tiny bit of anhyzer, or like you saw in the other video, a lot of anhyzer on it, it still would fade out of it and come crashing back down to the left. As you can see here, Dan put a little bit on it, but still comes hard back to the left, no problem. And then for thumbers, it works awesome for thumbers. It was a great disc for that.
Alright, so now that you guys have seen this thing fly, and you've probably seen the one that I lost, this is its twin brother. It's very overstable. If you don't get enough power behind this thing, it's gonna fade left and end up in some places that you might not want it to go, a la that creek that I threw it in.
I may include that video.
Yeah. Oh, dang it! It's I do really like it. The more that I've thrown it, it feels great. The rim doesn't feel quite as thick as something like a Nuke OS, but it's still pretty overstable. Even if you throw it high, that one hole I threw it pretty high. It came out even a little bit early on me, and it was still right up there by the basket. So it's got some goodness in it.
I liked it a lot too. It definitely is very, very overstable. So prepare yourself.
Yeah.
It is at speed 12, so I mean it is a little bit easier for me to really get the true flight of this disc. What I think I liked the most is kind of like what Dan was saying, to where even if you kind of had a bad release, it still seemed to find its way out there a good bit. I mean, it would find its way further to the left, but it still got out there crazy good distance. And it's not like a lot of the overstable drivers where if you sky it high into the air, it still seems to get out there a good ways. It looks awful, but yet it's still every bit as far.
It doesn't seem like some of the other discs too, like the Nukes and whatnot. It doesn't seem to like dive down like some of those do.
Just kind of.
Which it kind of has a better slow fade to it, I guess. It doesn't just like go nose down into the ground, which sometimes if you're going uphill it can end up rolling back on you or whatever. So it has a really nice landing to it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I mean, the glide on it is pretty sweet. I think that's what probably made it fly the best, is just how well it glides. It's just because it's just soars. But I liked it a lot. I tell you what, I haven't thrown the Trilogy very often. Dynamic discs, Latitude 64, and Westside discs. But they're definitely winning me over. They're coming out with a lot of sweet new stuff, and it's definitely kind of catching my interest. One thing, the only negative reviews I've read on this so far is how domey it is, because it's not real domey, but it still is. It has that bit of a rounded top to it. So a lot of people say that when doing forehand shots with it, they don't like that extra bit of little dome to it. So
I think there's a lot better discs out there if you want to throw a forehand shot than the Enforcer. It's great throwing overhand.
It did really good.
It's actually probably becoming one of my go-to discs for throwing overhand shots, just because of the way that it feels, and
it's a lot more comfortable holding it.
Yeah.
Doing the thumbers like that, because I mean, with some of them that have that real deep rim to it, it's tough to get your thumb, especially when you have short thumbs.
Right.
to get it around it. But this one does. This one's comfortable to hold in your hand and throw.
Right, and it doesn't matter how much you put on this guy, he's gonna come back to the left.
You'll have to check out Dave Fehlberg's in the bag video. I'll put a link to it on the bottom here. He was talking about this and having David Wiggins Jr. throwing it and everything. So I mean, what he was saying is this is definitely an overstable driver. He was definitely very proud of what Dynamic Discs came out with the Enforcer.
It's great in the wind too. It slices right through there.
Yeah, it does real good. It's real, got that real dependable line to it. It's nice. I like it a lot.
Right. Head on over to infinitediscs.com. Buy an Enforcer today. Post a picture of it on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag #TakeThatWind, and we'll see it.
No, you gotta say it better. You gotta say it better. Take that wind.
Take that wind.
Not just take that wind.
Take that wind.
Take that wind. Take that wind. It's like a surfing term or something. Maybe that's why there's a bunch of those beach fishers on it.
Maybe.
But we're taking it over, that hashtag. It's going to be take that wind. So head over, pick one up, have a link below. That'll take you straight to the Enforcer on Infinite Discs website.
You're not going to find it priced better anywhere else.
And if you do,
you're a liar.